Hello and welcome to my course tutorial for Tammer-golf. This is for the red tees, and in this video I will talk mainly about driving, because I did another video from the yellow tees, and in that video I talked a little bit more about the course and greens and a little bit more detailed, so you should definitely check that video out as well. But here we go, Tammer-golf from the red tees. And hole number 1 is a dogleg right. It's a par 5, and from the red tees. This is a simple drive. I've drawn this driver dispersion chart, and from the red tees, the lowest line is 155 meters from the tee box. The middle line is 175 and the top line is 195 meters. So this dispersion chart is visible on every hole. So keep in mind that is 155, 175 and 195. Okay, so as I said, relatively simple drive. Just aim for this big tree. There's a group of trees at the end of the fairway, so aim for the big tree on the left, and you will find yourself in a good positions to either attack the green or lay up to your favorite wedge distance. As you can see, from the end of the fairway is 162 to the front of the green. Okay, let's move on. Okay, here we have hole number 2. It's a short par 4. There's an out of bounds line way over here on the right, and it narrows a bit in this area and then widens again. So out of bounds rarely comes into play. From the red tees, aim for the middle of the fairway, or maybe a little bit left side. You can see in the distance there's a building, so from the red tees you need to aim a little bit left of that building. You wanna avoid this tree on the right side of the fairway, because behind that you will have no shot for the green. As for the left side is more open, so aim for the left side or left side of the fairway, and prefer to be on the left side. As you can see from the red tees, if you drive it around 200 meters, you will have a very short wedge to the green. This is the 50-meter marker to the front of the green. Okay, let's move on. Hole number 3. Okay, hole number 3. This is a short par 4. There's an out of bounds going right beside the right side of the fairway, so you need to avoid that. From the red tees, you don't need to aim as far as left as from the yellow tees, but prefer the left side of the fairway. This group of trees is a not good place. If you end up behind them, you will have no shot to go for the green. You will need to go sideways to the fairway. If you drive it around 200 meters, then you will have a wedge or a short iron to the green. As you can see, it's 72 meters from the 200 meter marker to the green. Okay, let's move on. Hole number 4, again short par 4. the drive, you need to aim for the left side of the fairway, left edge of this fairway. The left side is a bit more open. These trees on both sides of the fairway will come into play. These fairway bunkers are quite easy, but there's no trees, so if you end up in the fairway bunkers, it's really not that bad. So left side, and if you drive it around 200 meters, you will have again similar distance to hole number 3, wedge or short iron to the green. Okay, let's move on to hole number 5. Okay, hole number 5. It's a difficult par 4. It's long and it's narrow. It's uphill. It's a blind shot to the green. So for the drive, you want to be as close to this tree on the right side of the fairway, because from there you will have an iron shot to the green. If you end up a little bit shorter around this area, then it can be a 3-shot par 4. So if we look at the layup, if you drive it around 200 meters, then you still have 145 to the green, to the front of the green, and it's uphill. So for most players, it's a long iron or hybrid or 3-wood, but because of the trees here, you need to play around them. So a really good drive, you will have a shot to go for the green. In other case, it's a 3-shot par 4. Okay, let's move on to hole number 6. Okay, hole number 6 from the red tees. This is a short par 5. For the drive, you want to be on the left side of the fairway, because there's a creek or penalty area, red penalty area, going the whole way of the hole in the right side. So definitely avoid going right. From the red tees, you want to aim for the left side or left edge of the fairway. If you end up behind these trees, it's not a catastrophe, because you can always lay up from there to around 100 meters to the pin. This narrow part of the fairway, it's around 100 meters to the pin. Okay, let's move on to hole number 7. So hole number 7 from the red is very short par 4. If you drive it around 200 meters, you will have a very short wedge to the front of the green. It's 40 meters. If you drive it around 175 meters, then you will have around 65 meters to the front of the green. These trees in the middle of the fairway, they are quite annoying, so I would prefer aiming to the left side of the fairway, or even you might want to consider playing around 150 meters from the tee, so you can try to go over these trees or try to get around them more easily. But if you drive it over 200 meters or around 200 meters, I would try to go for the left side, and from this area, this is a short wedge shot to the green. Let's move on. Okay, hole number 8, par 4. There's a red penalty area that splits the fairway in 2 parts. If you drive it 195, then you will have around 90 meters to the front of the green. So try to go as close to the edge of the fairway as you can, and aim for the middle on this hole. Right side is a bit more open. On the left side, these trees are quite dense, so you will, from there you will try to, the only way to get to the green is a low running shot from the rough, so definitely not easy. Try to be on the fairway, in the middle of the fairway or right side of the fairway. Right, let's move on. Hole number 9. Hole number 9. It's par 3 from the red tees. It's around 85 meters to the front of the green. There is a red penalty area and water front of the green, but there's quite a lot of room in front of the water, so just make sure you hit it all the way to the green. Let's move on. Hole number 10. It's a par 4. The drive is quite tricky. You need to, from the red tees, you need to play to this area. It's between 155 and 175 meters from the red tees. From there you will have a short iron to the green. If you drive it here around 200 meters, then there's a really small gap. You need to be precisely in the middle of the fairway or a bit left side. From there you will have a shot for the green, but anything on the right side is blocked by these trees. Anything in the fairway bunker or left rough is going to be blocked by these trees. So try to drive around 150 or 175, then you will have a shot to the green, or you can try to go over these guardian trees. Very tricky. Let's move on. Okay, hole number 10. It's a long par 3. Nothing complex, just a long iron to the green. From the red tees it's around 140 meters to the front of the green. There is guardian bunkers, so in most cases you will end up in one of these 3 bunkers. Left side is open, the rough is easy from there. The green is big, but it's quite hard to hit because it's so far away. But just a simple long par 3. Then we have hole number 12. It's a long par 5 from the red tees. Try to get as far as you can from the tee, because if you drive it 200 meters or 195 meters, you still have a long way to the green. Over 250 meters to the front of the green. So a layup behind this first fairway bunker is a good option. It's around 150-55 meters this layup, and from there you will have around 100 meters. So from the red tees, a long par 5, you will need to hit 3 good long shots to get to this green. As for the drive, it's quite simple. A touch left side is good. The right side, there's room, but if you go really far right, there's trees, the 11th hole trees, and even a thick forest there. Compared to the left side is really open. There's basically nothing but rough there. Couple of trees, but just aim a bit left side and drive it as far as you can from the red tees. Okay, let's move on. Hole number 13, a short par 4 from the red tees. Aim for this pond. You can see it clearly from the tee box. It's a bit downhill, slightly downhill from the red tees. If you drive it 195 or between 175 and 195, then you will have a short iron or wedge to the green. The left side is more safe because from the red tees, the right side, there's a dense forest here. There's rough area over here, but you will be blocked by these trees. From the left side, there is trees, but you still may have a shot to the green from there. So aim for the pond, drive it as far as you can, and you will have a wedge or short iron to the green. Let's move on. Okay, hole number 14. It's a par 3. It's middle or long iron or even hybrid, because from the red tees it's around 118 meters to the front of the green. There are a couple of bunkers, short left and right side beside the green. Try to be in front of the green is a good place to be. Long and left, it's a tricky chip to the elevated green, but it's slightly elevated, nothing much. And the right green side bunker is easy, but compared to the chip from the front of the green, the chip is way easier. Okay, let's move on. Hole number 15 from the red tees. Very technical, par 4. You need to be on the right side of the fairway, and there is a slope right here, so you will not see your ball end up in this layup area from the tee box, but the perfect shot from the red tees is around 120, between 130 meters. That will definitely be in the good spot. From there, this is the 107 marker to the front of the green. There's actually no marker, but from this area, it's around 117 or 110 to the front of the green. So middle or long iron to the green. There is out of bounds in the right side, going all the way here. That's been put in place to stop the people driving the green, but I'm not sure you can do that anymore because the right side trees have grown a lot in these 20 and 15 years, so you I don't think you can get over them. So it's really tricky, really technical dogleg par 4. Let's move on. Okay, hole number 16. It's a long par 5 from the medium long par 5 from the red tees. It's a bit of a dogleg, right? There's a penalty area, red penalty area, right side of the fairway, going all the way here. So you need to avoid that. And from the red tees, I would aim for, there's a small gap in the trees around here. So aim for that. Try to be a little more left than right. If you drive it around 175 meters, you will have around 190 to the front of the green. Layup is easy. There's lots of room for the layup shot. The green is a bit uphill. There's a green side bunker guarding the left side, but nothing in the right side. Okay. Then hole number 17, par 3 from the red tees is around 120 to the front of the green. The green is quite deep, around 30 meters. So if the pin is in the back area, that will definitely add maybe it can add 3 clubs to your shot. There are nasty green side bunkers. If you end up on either one, you will have a quite tricky bunker shot. The left side is more trickier because there's more elevation from the left side. Try to be front or middle of the green in any case. Then finally, the 18th, a long par 4, out of bounds, going behind this maintenance road all the way and even in the back. So for the drive, you want to favor the left side heavily. Aim for the group of trees you can see in the distance. If you carry it 175 meters, just bomb it to the left side, and then you will have a long iron or hybrid or 3-wood to the green. It's a tricky finishing hole, but for the drive, favor the left side heavily, and then you will have a long shot to the green, and hope you can make it there in 2. Okay, that was it. That was Tammer-golf from the red tees. I focused mainly on the driving part because I did another video where I talked a little more in depth about the whole course. That was from the yellow tees, so you should definitely check that out as well.